Now, in North Africa, Mali remains on a knife edge, even though French troops declared their operation against extremists a success. The UN is now planning to deploy a new peacekeeping force because leaders are locked in another battle, difficult talks with Tuareg separatists over the disputed north. RT's Maria Fanoshne reports next from Mali.
France says it's done its job well in Mali, killed most of its Islamist insurgents, destroyed the infrastructure and pushed the rest out of the country. But people who gathered here in the center of the northern city of Gao think France's mission is incomplete.
The French are making excuses because our enemy is holding Kidal. They must resolve this before any elections or negotiations take place. France should defend our community, not try to keep us in our place.
The desert capital of Kidal has been out of governmental control since last year. First, it's been captured by Tuaregs, indigenous African people fighting to create a breakaway state in the north of Mali. Then the radical Islamists came, the Ansar Din group, believed to have ties with Al-Qaeda. The two factions came to an agreement to establish an Islamic autonomy. When the French military came, they drove out most of the Islamists, but Tuareg separatists are still there. Malian forces haven't been able to enter the town for months now, something that's never been a problem for French troops, who have an airbase in Kidal.
We have contacts with the separatists, but we don't have coordination with them. We don't discuss things with them. They don't attack us, and we don't consider them enemies. And we don't have any reason to attack them.
What the Tuareg separatists do attack is the Malian military. The area surrounding Kidal still witnesses heavy fighting. Yet the French army so far refuses to engage with the rebels in Kidal, regardless of the threat they may pose to Mali's territorial integrity and next month's presidential election.
Our military part is over. The rest is Malian internal problem.
The Mali-Tuareg conflict is indeed very much a local fight. After independence from France, the Tuareg's usual territory across modern Mali, Niger and Algeria was divided. In Mali, it led to years of violence.
The Tuaregs mostly populate the north of Mali. Here, in the southern part of the country, you will not find many whites. This is how other ethnic Malian groups with significantly darker skin call their nomadic neighbors. And this geographical division only deepens antagonism.
But some believe this internal conflict could never stay as intense without outside help. France has been openly supporting what it regards as an oppressed and discriminated minority. Shortly after the French intervention, the defense minister in Paris suggested ethnic Tuaregs in northern Mali should have some autonomy.
The war will begin all over again because of the behavior of the French. They support the Tuareg rebellion against all the tribes and cities in the north of Mali, which just alienated them from the rest even more.
In Gao, we met two separate groups which claim their sole aim is to defend the towns from the armed Tuaregs.
They say the land belongs to them, but we don't agree, so we take up arms to defend our homes.
They came first, then the Islamists arrived after them. They opened the door for radicals to come to our land.
Last week, President Hollande received a peace prize for the operation in Mali. But it's still unclear whether what the French troops will soon leave behind can truly be described as peace, and what peacekeepers officially coming to the scene this July will have to maintain. Marie Fanoshne, RT, from Mali.